Okay, so yeah, so it's 2019 now, and that means it's the last year of the decade. And if you think about it, it's been a pretty up decade. Like a bunch of people have died, even more have gotten in trouble, like Bill Cosby. That really broke my heart, because he used to make like good shows with like a positive message. Like kids say the darndest things, and looking back at it, he probably should have just named it Kids Say Way Too Much, if you ask me. So I went to the doctor, it was about a month ago, and you know how like in the doctor's office, the walls are really thin so you can kind of hear what's going on in the next room? Well, I was waiting on my doctor, and he walked into the room next to mine, and he was talking to this guy. He says, "Okay, hey, why are you here?" And the guy says, "Well, I just graduated and got a new job, so I have to travel a lot. And the problem is I get nervous on airplanes." And at this point, I'm like up against the wall because I know what he's going for and what he thinks he's gonna get. And I'm like, there's no way. But he says, "Oh yeah, okay, well, that could be a real problem if you have to travel a lot. So here's a prescription for Xanax." And they're about ready to leave, and as the doctor's walking out, he says, "Oh, so you just graduated, huh?" And the guy says, "Yeah, I just got my pilot's license, and I start in 2 days." Let's see. So, I don't talk about this publicly a lot, but so I haven't drank in 2 years, and the only reason I tell you guys that is because I got accused of drinking recently, and I was at home of all places, and I was talking to my brother, and we were scrolling through our phones, and all of a sudden my mother walks in the room and she says, "Hey Jared, have you been drinking?" I was like, "What? No, I'm just going through Kanye's Twitter feed." All right, so on my last day off, I went to my mother's house because she runs a daycare and I just wanted to see her. And she says, "Hey, can you watch the kids for like 10 minutes while I go get milk at the gas station?" Which is like right down the street. I'm like, "Yeah, sure, no problem. I mean, what's the worst that can happen, And not even 30 seconds after she leaves, this kid starts screaming his fucking head off. And he starts saying the word heart attack, which really made me panic because 3-year-olds only know so many words, but he knew these. And so I start freaking out. I'm like, what if he is having a heart attack? So I'm like, "Hey man, is your last name Cheney or what?" And then I start thinking, wait, I'm not a doctor. He's sure as hell not a doctor. It's probably just the 4 Tylenol PM I gave him. Because, sometimes you just have to make nap time happen. And right before I called 911, he runs up to the TV, and I realized they're watching The Lion King, and Mufasa just died, and I was like, it clicked. I'm like, he means heartbroken. I'm like, dude, that gave me a heart attack too. All right, this is my last one. This one works sometimes, but so I was watching TV, and those commercials for the clinical trials? They're like, if you answer yes to this question, you can be given up to $10,000. Well, the question was, do you recreationally use opiates and other painkillers? And I'm sitting there like, well, no, but shit, I'm kind of thinking about it, All right, that's all I got tonight. Thanks.